Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. The glow of the screen illuminates the dim room, casting flickering shadows on the walls as I scroll through the messages on my phone. For months now, I have noticed something off about Lisa. The way she laughs a little too loud at her phone, how she often hides her screen when I walk in, and the late nights when she claims to be working late. It gnaws at me, a feeling that something is amiss, but I push it aside. After all, we've been married for 5 years. Trust should come easy, shouldn't it? Tonight, however, something is different. The air feels charged, a strange tension crackling as I hear her giggle from the living room. Curiosity pulls me in, and I creep closer, positioning myself just outside the door. Peering through the crack, I catch a glimpse of her nestled on the couch, her face lit up by the screen. I can't help but feel a mix of dread and determination. Just a friend, she always says. Someone I met online. But every time she brushes off my questions, my heart sinks a little deeper. I take a deep breath and push the door open. The hinges creak slightly, causing her to turn. "Hey, babe. You're home early." Lisa's smile is bright, but her eyes flicker with something I can't quite place. "Yeah, couldn't focus at the office." "What are you up to?" I step inside, trying to sound casual. "Just chatting," she replies, quickly minimizing her app. "What's so funny?" I ask, crossing my arms. "Just a meme." She brushes her hair behind her ear, but I can see the flush creeping up her neck. "Can I see?" The question slips out before I can think better of it. Her smile falters, and for a moment, I see the panic flash across her face. "It's really nothing. Just girl stuff." The moment stretches, thick with unspoken words. I know I shouldn't push, but the doubt festers. "You know I trust you, right?" I try to sound reassuring, but my heart races as I watch her fidget with the edge of her sweater. "Of course," she exclaims, her voice a little too high-pitched. "I just don't want to bore you with silly chats." "Bore me? Come on, let me in." I take a step closer, but she quickly stands, brushing past me. "I need to grab a drink." "Want anything?" "No, I'm good," I reply, but as she heads into the kitchen, I feel an overwhelming urge to know the truth. I can't help myself. I glance back at the couch and, with a swift movement, I unlock her phone, hoping for a glimpse of whatever she's hiding. My hands tremble slightly as I open the messaging app. What I find sends a chill through my veins. The messages are flirtatious and intimate, filled with emojis and inside jokes. My breath quickens as I scroll through the conversation, my heart pounding in my chest. Then I see it, a video file. Before I can think twice, I press play. The screen fills with laughter, the sound echoing in the quiet house. I watch, paralyzed, as the video unfolds. Lisa, my wife, is there, her laughter mingling with that of another girl. They're in a sauna, surrounded by men I don't recognize. The sight is shocking. My Lisa, naked and carefree, her body glistening with sweat, the intimacy of the moment thrusting me into a nightmare. "Mark?" Her voice cuts through my shock, and I whip around to find her standing in the doorway, her eyes wide with fear. "What are you doing?" The anger rises within me, boiling over. "What is this, Lisa?" I hold up the phone, the betrayal spilling out of my chest like hot lava. "Who the hell are these people? What's going on?" "Mark, I can explain," she stammers, her confidence evaporating. "Explain? You think there's an explanation for this?" I shout, my voice echoing off the walls. "You're in a sauna, naked, with other people. What was I supposed to think?" Tears brim in her eyes, and for a brief moment, I feel a pang of sympathy. "It was just a mistake. I thought it was harmless fun." Harmless. This is betrayal, Lisa. You've been lying to me for months. I toss her phone onto the couch as if it burns my hands. I didn't mean to hurt you, she pleads, stepping closer. I thought I could control it. It was just supposed to be, just fun. Fun? The word escapes me in disbelief. You think this is fun? You think I'd find out and just shrug it off? I was lonely, she cries, her voice breaking. You've been so busy with work, I just needed someone to talk to. I shake my head, the pain of her words hitting deeper than I expected. This isn't just talking, Lisa. You've crossed a line. Suddenly, anger and betrayal fuse into a single, burning desire for revenge. I feel a cold calm wash over me as I step back, creating distance between us. You've ruined this, Lisa. You've ruined us. I can fix this. I'll do anything. Her voice rises in desperation, but I hold up a hand to silence her. Anything? You're going to have to do a lot more than just say sorry, I reply, my voice low and steady. With that, I turn on my heel and leave her standing there, mouth agape, as I step into the night. The cool air hits me like a slap, awakening my senses. My mind races, plotting, scheming. I can't let this slide. I won't. Lisa's betrayal will not only change our lives, it will change everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and revenge. And as I walk away from the home we built together, I feel the thrill of dark possibilities unfurling before me like a sinister map, each route leading deeper into the heart of my own vengeance. The game has only just begun. The streets are cold and unforgiving as I walk, each step crunching on gravel, matching the rhythm of my racing thoughts. The night air is thick with anger, disappointment, and a surge of adrenaline. I pull out my phone, the bright screen a reminder of the betrayal that has just shattered my life. I type a quick message to my best friend, Jake. I need to talk. Now. Within moments, my phone vibrates with a response. Jake, at the bar. Come on over. The bar is a few blocks away, and the familiar neon lights flicker like a beacon of hope in my darkening world. As I approach, I can see Jake leaning against the entrance, his tall frame silhouetted against the warm glow inside. Hey, man, I greet him as I step inside, the noise of clinking glasses and laughter enveloping me. Whoa, you look like you've seen a ghost, Jake remarks, concern etched on his face. What happened? I find a quiet corner, ordering a drink to steady my nerves. It's Lisa, I say, trying to keep my voice low. I found out she's been cheating on me. His eyebrows shoot up in surprise. Damn, man. I'm sorry. How'd you find out? I take a deep breath, the weight of the revelation heavy on my chest. I saw her messages, some girl she's been chatting with. And then there was a video, in a sauna. Naked. Jake's expression shifts from concern to disbelief. What the hell? Did you confront her? Yeah, and it didn't go well, I reply, bitterness seeping into my voice. She thinks it was all just harmless fun. Can you believe that? Unbelievable, Jake shakes his head, clearly trying to wrap his mind around the situation. So what are you gonna do? I lean in closer, lowering my voice. I want to make her feel what I felt. She needs to understand the consequences of her actions. Jake leans back, crossing his arms. You're talking revenge. That's a slippery slope, man. I know, I reply, my jaw tightening. But I can't just let this slide. I've been humiliated. I need her to know that there's a price to pay for betrayal. All right, what's the plan? He asks, his interest piqued. I have an idea, I begin, formulating my thoughts as I speak. I want to expose her. Make sure everyone knows what she's really like. We could use that video, send it to her friends, or post it online. Jake's eyes widen. That's risky. What if it gets out to people you don't want it to? I don't care, I assert, feeling the rage boiling inside me. She needs to feel the consequences. She ruined my life. Why should I hold back? As I speak, the weight of my plan settles over me, electrifying my nerves. Jake watches me carefully, sensing the shift in my demeanor. All right, man. I'm with you. But we need to be smart about this. Exactly, I nod, feeling a sense of relief wash over me. We'll need a few more people to help us. I want to make sure this goes off without a hitch. Who do you have in mind? Jake asks, sipping his beer. I think we should involve Sarah, I suggest, recalling my coworker and Jake's sister. She's resourceful, and she knows a lot of people. If we want this to spread, she can help us get it out there. Good idea, Jake agrees. But she's going to want to know why. Are you ready to tell her everything? I hesitate, the thought of exposing Lisa's betrayal weighing on me. I'll figure it out when the time comes. Right now, I need to focus on the plan. We finish our drinks, and I feel a newfound resolve. The night is far from over, and the anticipation of revenge fuels my adrenaline. As we step out of the bar, I pull out my phone again, texting Sarah. We need to talk. It's important. The response comes quickly. Sarah, what's going on? Can you meet us? I glance at Jake, who is watching me closely. She's on her way. All right, let's keep it cool until then. We don't want to give anything away, Jake advises. Just as I finish my drink, I hear the door swing open, and Sarah steps inside, her long hair bouncing with each step. She scans the room before her eyes lock onto mine. Hey, what's up? She asks, sliding into the booth beside me. I take a breath, feeling the weight of the moment. It's about Lisa. We need your help. Her eyes widen in curiosity. What did she do? Sit tight, I say, and I proceed to tell her everything, how I found the messages, the video, and the betrayal. No way, Sarah says, her voice low and incredulous. She's been lying to you all this time. Yeah. And I want to make sure everyone knows what kind of person she really is, I declare, the fire of determination igniting within me. I'm in, she replies, her expression serious. What do you need me to do? We need to find a way to spread the word. Use social media, talk to your friends. Make sure people know what she's been up to, I explain. Sarah nods slowly, contemplating the implications. This could blow up, you know. You're sure you want to do this? More than anything, I affirm, the adrenaline coursing through me. She needs to understand the gravity of what she's done. I won't let her get away with it. All right, she says finally, determination flickering in her eyes. Let's do this. But we need to be strategic about it. The three of us huddle closer, plotting the details of the plan, each word fueling the fire of revenge. As we strategize, I can feel the weight of my pain transforming into a powerful resolve. Lisa may have thought she could betray me without consequences, but she is about to find out just how wrong she is. The night stretches ahead, filled with possibilities, and I can't shake the sense of impending justice. I glance at Jake and Sarah, their expressions mirroring my own, and for the first time since the betrayal, I feel a spark of hope. This is just the beginning. The following days pass in a blur of anger and anticipation as Jake, Sarah, and I lay the groundwork for our plan. We convene at my apartment, the air thick with tension and excitement. Every time I glance at my phone, I feel a surge of adrenaline. It's a reminder of what Lisa has done, and each notification pulls me deeper into the chaos we're about to unleash. Okay, so we need to make this quick and effective, Jake says, leaning over my dining table, which is cluttered with empty beer bottles and scattered papers. We should strike while the iron is hot. Exactly, I nod, feeling the weight of the moment. We need to create a narrative. Something that will grab people's attention. We want it to spread like wildfire. Sarah leans back in her chair, her arms crossed. What about the video? Should we use it as leverage? I hesitate, considering the implications. It might be too much. If we release it, it could backfire. We want to expose her, not ruin her completely. Yet. Let's use it as a threat instead, Jake suggests, his eyes glinting with mischief. If she doesn't comply, we'll make it public. It'll keep her on edge. Good thinking, I reply, feeling a twisted sense of satisfaction at the thought. We need to set up a group chat with Lisa. We'll give her one last chance to come clean. Jake pulls out his phone and creates the group. Alright, here goes nothing. I watch as he adds Lisa's contact, my heart racing. Let's make it clear we know everything. With the group chat set, I take a moment to gather my thoughts. I'll start the conversation, I say, my fingers hovering over the keyboard. Let's get her on the defensive. After a few moments of silence, I type the message. Me, hey Lisa, we need to talk. We know about everything. The three of us exchange glances, anticipation electrifying the air. Seconds later, the three dots appear on the screen, indicating that she's typing. Lisa, what do you mean? I can feel my pulse quicken. Me, we saw the video. We know you've been lying. You need to explain yourself. The dots disappear, and I can almost hear her heart racing. Lisa, this is ridiculous. I don't know what you're talking about. Classic denial, Sarah scoffs, rolling her eyes. Me, cut the crap, Lisa. We've seen the messages. We know about your friend. More typing, and I can picture her frantically trying to come up with an excuse. Lisa, that was just a phase. It didn't mean anything. Unbelievable, Jake mutters, shaking his head. Me, didn't mean anything. You were naked with her and other guys in a sauna. This is more than a phase. You've humiliated me. The room falls silent, tension thickening the air as we wait for her response. Finally, her message appears. Lisa, you're overreacting. The anger boils inside me, and I type back quickly. Me, overreacting? I don't think so. You need to take responsibility for your actions. We want you to apologize and come clean to everyone involved, or we'll take matters into our own hands. Jake leans over, reading the messages as I type. This is good. It's direct and leaves no room for misinterpretation. Lisa, you wouldn't dare. You can't just ruin my life because of a mistake. A dark smile creeps across my face. Oh, but I can. And I will. Me, we can make your life miserable if we want to. You'll have to deal with the fallout of this, Lisa. It's your choice. Moments pass, and I can see her frustration boiling over. Lisa, fine. I'll talk to you. But you're being dramatic. Drama? She has no idea, Sarah whispers, her eyes gleaming with excitement. Me, let's meet. Tomorrow at the coffee shop down the street at noon. Lisa, fine. But I won't apologize for anything. I toss my phone onto the table, the adrenaline still surging through me. It's set. Tomorrow, she'll have to face the music. Jake nods. Good. But we need to be ready. She might try to twist this around. We'll see about that, I say, determination surging through me. I'm not backing down. The next day arrives quickly, and the morning feels heavy with anticipation. I arrive at the coffee shop early, nerves buzzing in my stomach. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee fills the air, mingling with the scent of pastries. Are you ready for this? Jake asks, walking in with Sarah right behind him. I'm ready, I reply, my voice steady despite the flutter of anxiety. I just want her to see how serious I am. We settle into a booth, the table cluttered with mugs and napkins, waiting for Lisa to arrive. Do you think she'll actually show up? Sarah asks, glancing at the door. She has to, I reply, checking my watch. She knows this isn't a game anymore. Just then, Lisa walks in, her expression a mix of defiance and uncertainty. She spots us and strides over, her heels clicking sharply against the floor. What's this all about? She demands, crossing her arms. Take a seat, Lisa, I say, my voice calm but firm. She hesitates, eyeing Jake and Sarah before finally sitting down. I don't have time for this. I lean forward, locking eyes with her. You need to listen. We know everything. And we're not going to let you brush this under the rug. What do you want from me? She snaps, her bravado faltering slightly. An apology, I say, my tone unwavering. You need to come clean about what you've done. To everyone. Why should I? She challenges, leaning back in her chair. I didn't do anything wrong. Not wrong. Sarah interjects, her voice rising. You think lying and cheating are just mistakes. You need to take responsibility. Lisa glares at her, but there's a flicker of doubt in her eyes. You don't know the whole story, she mutters. I lean in closer. Then tell us. Because from where I'm standing, you've betrayed my trust and humiliated me. Do you think that's something I can just overlook? Her expression softens slightly, but she quickly masks it with anger. You're blowing this out of proportion. No, I say firmly. This is about you facing the consequences. We can either do this the easy way or the hard way. You decide. For a moment, the tension hangs thick in the air, and I can see her wrestling with her thoughts. Finally, she takes a deep breath, her posture relaxing slightly. Fine, she says, her voice quieter. I'll think about it. That's not good enough, Jake chimes in. We need a real answer, Lisa. You don't get to walk away without consequences. Enough, she snaps, and the intensity in her voice makes me flinch. I'm not afraid of you. You think you can scare me into submission. This isn't over. Maybe not, I reply, a dark smile creeping onto my face. But it's just the beginning. We'll be waiting for your response. Just remember, you have a choice. With that, Lisa stands up abruptly, her chair scraping against the floor as she storms out. I watch her leave, a sense of satisfaction washing over me. The first round is ours, and the game has only just begun. As I sit back down, Jake and Sarah exchange glances, the thrill of our plan lingering in the air. What's next? Jake asks, a glimmer of excitement in his eyes. Now, we wait, I say, feeling the power shift in my favor. And when she's ready to face the truth, we'll be ready to deliver the final blow. The stage is set, and I can feel the tide turning. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and I intend to make it unforgettable. The days drag on, each one filled with anticipation and tension. Lisa hasn't contacted me since our meeting at the coffee shop, and a part of me wonders if she's actually going to come clean. But mostly, I'm just anxious, pacing my apartment while Jake and Sarah throw ideas around about how to keep the pressure on her. We need to do something big, Sarah insists one evening, her eyes gleaming with determination. If we want to really make her feel this, we have to up the stakes. I agree, Jake says, leaning against the wall with his arms crossed. But we need to be careful. We can't push her too far, or she might retaliate. Retaliate? I scoff, the bitterness boiling inside me. She's the one who betrayed me. I'm not backing down now. Let's create a countdown, Sarah suggests, her fingers tapping rhythmically on the table. Give her a deadline to come clean, and if she doesn't, we unleash the video. Sounds good, I reply, feeling a rush of adrenaline. We need to make sure it gets to her friends, too. I want everyone to see her for who she really is. We quickly draft a message to Lisa, laying out our ultimatum. Me, you have 48 hours to come clean about everything. If you don't, we'll expose the truth to everyone you know. After sending the message, we sit in silence, the tension palpable as we await her response. I glance at the clock, the seconds ticking down like a countdown to a bomb about to explode. Do you think she'll actually respond? Jake asks, his voice breaking the silence. Maybe, I reply, my heart racing. But she's running out of time. She knows we mean business. As the hours pass, we're all on edge, eyes glued to our phones, waiting for a sign. Finally, just as night falls, my phone buzzes. I snatch it up, my breath hitching as I read Lisa's response. Lisa, you're both sick. This is harassment. I won't play your games. Harassment? I laugh bitterly, anger rising within me. She thinks we're playing games. Me, you've brought this on yourself, Lisa. You can either apologize and face the consequences or we'll make this much worse for you. What's she thinking? Sarah shakes her head in disbelief. She's in denial. Maybe it's time we take matters into our own hands, I say, determination coursing through my veins. We'll make sure she feels the pressure. Let's gather evidence, Jake suggests, an idea sparking in his eyes. We need to document everything. The messages, the video, everything. We spend the next few hours compiling every piece of evidence we have against her, turning our anger into a strategy. With each screenshot and video clip, I feel a surge of satisfaction, knowing we're ready to confront her. The next morning, we decide to pay her a visit. Armed with our evidence, we head to her apartment, nerves electrifying the air as we approach the door. I raise my hand to knock, but before I can, the door swings open, revealing Lisa's shocked face. What are you doing here? She demands, her voice tinged with disbelief. We need to talk, I say, stepping inside, the weight of our mission heavy in the air. Jake and Sarah follow me, and I close the door behind us, the atmosphere thick with tension. You're running out of time, Lisa. We know everything, and you can't hide from this anymore. You're both insane, she shoots back, crossing her arms defensively. I'm not afraid of you. Then why did you ignore our message? Jake asks, his tone challenging. Because I won't give in to your threats, she replies, her voice wavering slightly. You think you can intimidate me? I'm not going to apologize. Then let's make this simple, I say, pulling out my phone. We'll show you what we have. I scroll through the messages, the video still saved in my files. This is what you've done. This is who you are. Her face pales as I show her the evidence. You think this is a game? She gasps, her bravado slipping. It's not a game, Lisa. This is your life, I say, my voice low and steady. You need to face what you've done. You're sick, she snaps, but I can see the fear creeping into her eyes. You don't understand what you're doing. And you don't understand the consequences of your actions, I reply, feeling the anger rise again. You've ruined everything, and now it's time for you to pay. Pay? She scoffs, but I can see her shaking hands. You're delusional. Am I? I retort. You think you can walk away from this without facing any consequences. You think we'll just forget. Just then, her phone buzzes on the table, drawing our attention. She snatches it up, her eyes widening in panic as she reads a message. What is it? I ask, a sense of foreboding creeping in. It's from my boss, she stammers, her voice trembling. They know about everything. Someone told them. What? Sarah demands, her eyes wide. How did they find out? I don't know. Lisa cries, her facade crumbling. I swear I didn't tell anyone. Someone must have caught wind of the situation, Jake says, looking at me with concern. This is escalating quickly. Maybe it was one of your friends, I shoot back, feeling a surge of anger. Maybe they're not as loyal as you thought. Lisa's face goes pale, and I can see the realization dawning on her. No, they wouldn't do that, she whispers, her voice barely audible. Wouldn't they? I counter. You've made enemies, Lisa. You betrayed not just me, but everyone around you. Suddenly, her phone buzzes again. She looks at it, and her expression shifts from panic to rage. I can't believe this. You think you can ruin my life, but you're just as pathetic as I am. Pathetic? I echo, incredulous. You're the one who threw everything away. You betrayed the one person who trusted you. Enough, she screams, her voice cracking. I won't let you control me anymore. At that moment, the door swings open again, and her roommate, Mia, steps in, her expression shifting from confusion to alarm as she takes in the scene. What's going on? Get out, Mia. Lisa snaps, her anger spilling over. But Mia stands her ground. No. I want to know what's happening. Why are you screaming? Because they're trying to ruin my life. Lisa yells, pointing at us. They're accusing me of things I didn't do. Things you didn't do? Mia asks incredulously, looking between us and Lisa. What's going on? Lisa cheated on Mark. Jake blurts out, the revelation hanging heavy in the air. Cheated? Mia's eyes widen in shock. What are you talking about? Show her, I say, my voice icy. With trembling hands, Lisa reaches for her phone, desperately trying to maintain control. But it slips from her fingers, landing with a thud on the floor. The screen lights up, revealing the messages and the video we had compiled. No, she whispers, her face paling as Mia bends down to pick up the phone. Is this true? Mia demands, her voice rising. Did you really do this? I didn't mean to, Lisa stammers, but the betrayal in her eyes is evident. Mia's face hardens, her expression shifting from confusion to disgust. I can't believe this. You lied to all of us. I'm sorry. Lisa pleads, but her voice is weak, and I can see the cracks in her facade. This isn't just about you anymore, I say, my heart racing. You've hurt everyone around you. And now it's time for you to face the truth. Mia steps back, shaking her head in disbelief. I can't believe I ever trusted you, Lisa. You're nothing but a fraud. Don't turn this around on me. Lisa shouts, but the anger is fading, replaced by desperation. No one's turning anything around, Jake says, stepping closer. This is your doing. You chose this path. You're all just trying to ruin me. Lisa cries, but I can see the walls crumbling around her. Mia takes a deep breath, stepping back, her expression cold. I can't be associated with this anymore. You're toxic, Lisa. I'm done. As Mia storms out, Lisa looks crushed, her bravado completely shattered. No, don't go, she begs, but it's too late. I turn to Lisa, my heart heavy. You've burned every bridge, Lisa. This is what you wanted, right? Freedom. Freedom, she scoffs, her voice cracking. This isn't freedom. This is hell. Maybe, I reply, my voice steady. But you did this to yourself. It's time to face the consequences. With that, I turn to leave, the the weight of the situation hanging heavily in the air. Jake and Sarah follow me, and as we step out into the cool night, I feel a strange sense of closure. "Are you okay?" Jake asks, concern etched on his face. "I will be," I reply, feeling a mix of sadness and relief. "I just never thought it would end like this." "We knew it would get messy," Sarah says softly. "But she made her choices." As we walk away, the weight of betrayal lingers in the air. I can't shake the feeling of loss, but there's a sense of freedom in the pain. Lisa has revealed her true colors, and now, the world knows who she really is. As the night deepens around us, I realize that sometimes, the hardest decisions lead to the greatest revelations. In the end, it's not about revenge, it's about finding peace in the truth. And as we part ways, I know that I'll never see Lisa again, but I'll carry the lessons of this betrayal with me forever.